स्टूडेंट्स। तो मैं आज एक वीडियो बना रहा हूँ दैट इज़ बेस्ड ऑन ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, ऑर्गेनिक रिएक्शंस के बेसिस पे है। फॉर एग्जांपल, एक रिएक्शन वी आर गिवन A when react to B gives C plus D. A general reaction, general representation of reactions I am writing here. A and B collectively called reactant, and C and D called product. Whenever any reactions is written, before arrow we always write reactant, and after arrow we always write that product. Reactant is of further two types. Reactant अपने आप में भी दो तरीके का होता है, that is substrate and reagent. When reactant react convert into the product at particular reaction condition. Reactant is of two types. One is substrate and reagent. Substrate जो होता है that is a compound or a species where reagent attack. So we can write that compound or molecule at which reagent attacks. And reagent is attacking species always. Attacking species. What you will understand by attacking species means जिस तरीके से अपन पढ़ते हैं कि positive pole attracted to negative pole always, उसी तरीके से attacking species जो होता है, if suppose it is positively charged particles or positively charged ions, it will be attracted towards the substrate by showing that negative charge, right? तो ये भी अपने आप में so reagent इसी तरीके से reagent is also two types. One is we can say electrophile and another is nucleophile. So further I already mentioned that reagent is of two types. That reagent is of two types. One is we can say electrophile and another we can say nucleophile. Electrophile or nucleophile. Electrophile, a electronically deficient species in general we say, and nucleophile, electronically rich species in general we say. Students, electrophile attracted to the nucleophile, or I can say nucleophile attracted to the electrophile. This is very much similar to the when positive pole attract to the negative pole and negative pole attract to the positive pole. So in organic reactions is basically the game of electrophile and nucleophile, how they are playing to each other. So then students, how we will understand ki electrophile, how we can categorize any ion, any species, any compounds as electrophile and nucleophile. The species, for example, those are electronically deficient. Deficient species can be like positive charge species, just for example proton. This is charged species, positive charge species called electrophile. Any positive charge species, most of the times called electrophile. But there are two examples like NH4 plus H3O plus. These are not acting as a electrophile. Why? Because these are not electronically deficient species. But proton, I can say any other examples, neutral example of electrophile like BH3. This is also the electrophile, neutral electrophile. If positive charge electrophile I speak, CH3 positive, CH3 positive. So NO2 positive. This is called nitronium ion. So electrophile is such a species, such a ions which contains positive charge basically, or it can be neutral. Neutral like boron family compounds like boranes, aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride also can be there. In nucleophile, in case of nucleophile, we will say that such a species ions which contains the lone pair, or I can say containing the negative charge species. For example, hydroxide ion, OH minus ion, or containing neutral nucleophile means H3, H2O, NH3. These are the nucleophiles, neutral nucleophiles. Okay. So reagent is of two types, electrophile and nucleophile, and these electrophile and nucleophile react to each other and converting into the product in any organic reaction. So now I am taking a simple organic reactions. We will understand how electrophile and nucleophile react to each other. So students, the one example, very common example, that is related to the carbonyl compounds. Okay, aldol condensation, one of the name reactions. If I speak organic chemistry, means that is very famous characteristic reactions of carbonyl compounds. Aldol condensation. First of all, we must understand this aldol meaning. Aldol means any molecules contains both functionality, aldehyde as well as alcohol. If such a molecule which contain both functional groups called aldol, in condensation means in finally whatever molecules is forming, they are releasing that H2O and making dehydrated molecules. In aldol condensation reaction, we can say that it is characteristics of carbonyl compound. This is the characteristic reaction of carbonyl compounds. How I can take an example. For example, CH3 C double bond OH. This is an carbonyl compound. We must understand that carbonyl compounds means carbonyl compounds होते हैं. Carbonyl compound can be of two type. One is aldehyde and another is ketone. Aldehyde or ketone. Aldehyde containing C double bond OH and ketone contains C double bond O in this side also valency free and this side also valency free, only C double bond O. It means this is divalent functional group and this is monovalent functional group. Example, I am taking acetaldehyde. This is also a carbonyl compound, and in aldol condensation a molecule can react with the same molecules. This is called simple aldol condensation, and if it is reacting with different molecules, that is called cross aldol reactions. First I am taking simple aldol condensation reaction. Simple aldol condensation. In simple aldol condensation reaction, simple aldol means same carbonyl reacts. Students, you must understand this. Same carbonyl compounds reacts. How carbonyl compound can react and what kind of product forms, that we will see here. For example, CH3 C double bond OH, acetaldehyde. The two molecules of acetaldehyde react in presence of any acid or in presence of any base. In first condition. In second condition, upon heating, making that alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this is forming as an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. How this is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound? Whenever in any functional group beside the carbon is present, that is alpha, near to that beta, near to that gamma, but here only alpha beta, and unsaturation is present, alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Aldol condensation, which kind of carbonyl compound gives? First we must understand that such a carbonyl compound which contain alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogen means hydrogen attached to the alpha carbon is called always alpha hydrogen, and these alpha hydrogen containing carbonyl compound always undergoes for the aldol condensation in presence of acid or basic medium and further on heating. So if you see the mechanism, in mechanism part, one CH3 C double bond OH, another CH3 C double bond OH, when react in acidic medium or in basic medium. Simple, I am taking basic medium. In basic medium, what will happen? This OH ion will abstract the proton from here. And how this is abstracting proton from here? I can write like this. This H plus is going out, and this is making this CH2 minus C double bond OH. Before starting this reaction, aldol condensation reaction, I said already you that any negative charge species called nucleophile, and any species which are electronically deficient or positively charged, that is called electrophile. Here I can say this is an electrophile. How this is an electrophile? Because we know that this carbonyl compound, this oxygen attract the electron towards itself due to more electronegativity of oxygen atom. So here partial positive charge, partial negative charge. This negative charge will attack here this carbonyl compound, and if it is reacting, so this will make CH3CO minus H CH2 C double bond OH, and this negative charge, when this in basic medium, this H plus gone, so it is removing as a H2O. So in presence of H2O means in reaction H2O is present. So this H2O again make protonated these molecules. So CH3CH OH CH2C double bond OH. So this is a molecule which contains alcohol functionality and aldehyde functionality, and I spoke already कि ऐसे molecules जिसके अंदर दोनों तरीके की functionality होती है, alcohol and aldehyde, called aldol. So this is a molecule, and this further undergoes on heating these aldol molecules. So these aldol molecules, CH3 CH OH CH2 C double bond OH, further on heating will remove H2O. How H2O will remove? This H2O will go outside and will make CH3CH double bond CH alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. This is an aldol, simple aldol condensation reaction occurring in between two aldehyde molecules. We made this CH3C double bond OH in presence of basic medium as a nucleophile by releasing this H plus from this aldehyde. So whatever that nucleophile we are making this in this aldol condensation reaction, this is and acting as a nucleophile. This species is called enolate. Enolate. Students, you must understand this. So we can always learn like then when two compounds react to each other and making the product. Okay, students. Thank you.